Round 2 of BPL22 about to get underway here at Club Pine Rivers, and we've got the Sydney Lions up against the Tasmania Tridents. The Tridents are Beck Van Ash, Taylor Mail, Dylan Fisher, who's back at the BPL, and coach Chris Studman up against Karen Murphy. Nathan Black, Kane Nelson making his first appearance for the Sydney Lions at this event, and Steve Glasson as the coach. Val Febo here with you alongside Matt Lucas and Connor Munnings. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thanks for having us back. You've got us all day, you've got us all week.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that, is there?
No. We're very happy with that.
That's good. That's good. Connor hasn't said anything. I don't know if he's happy
you should also welcome the wind as a fellow commentator.
Yeah, I think we might need to. It's pretty bad, but here we go, getting underway. It's Kane Nelson leading up for Nathan Black and Beck Van Ash leading up for Dylan Fisher. Taylor Mail on the bench and Karen Murphy on the bench for the Lions. But the ladder, as it stands, have we got this updated? Why have only 10 teams been inputted here? Might actually have to wait for this to be sorted. So the first match hasn't actually been put up for the Pioneers and the Tridents, but the Tridents, I would say, be sitting in 6th position. So the Jets on top, Pulse 2nd, Lions 3rd, Saints 4th, Steamers 5th, coming back against the Perth Suns to win in a tiebreak. The Pioneers in 6th, the Tridents in 7th, the Extreme in 8th, the Pirates in 9th, Ospreys in 10th, Hawks in 11th, and there's another team on there. We'll wait for this ladder to be sorted. I don't even know why I tried that.
Let's just blame it on the wind.
Yeah.
If anything goes wrong, it's the wind's fault today. Okay.
So Tridents and Pioneers not put in. And how's this looking for Kane Nelson?
Yeah, a very good shot from Kane. Just talking to a couple of the players in the break there, and a few of them saying that the green was running a little bit sharper, a little bit quicker than when they had their roll-up this morning, which is, even though it is a carpet surface, it still is suspect to changing sort of with the weather, and we're certainly getting some extreme kind of weather today with temperatures up around 36, 37 degrees, and obviously you can hear that wind behind us. We're in the effects mic, really sort of sweeping across the breeze from...
Yeah, we're down one camera for the moment. One of the 45s got blown over again in the breaks, so we're just going to give that a little bit of a rest for now.
Retire it.
For this session, anyways. I need to just get Kane to jump out the way. Sometimes the players can forget that they're being streamed. Dylan Fisher on his return to the BPL. First since the now former Melbourne Royals. Back at BPL 5.
Just coming up a smidgen short with that one. Dylan, or Snapper, as his mates call him.
I wonder why.
Bowls will be sometimes a bit difficult to work out who's who, with Sydney Lions having the green and the yellow speckled, and the Tridents mostly green and yellow speckled with dashes of red and yellow.
So Aaron Sheriff's bowl intruding from the next rink over as the jack spilled out wide. He threw it all the way into this rink and still finished tight on his. So that's how much this wind is blowing. He was having a little chuckle about it over there.
Well, we need Christina Van Nierop to come in and start doing some fielding for us. Posted a video back from here last year when Chrissy went diving to try and save things on the next head over.
I do remember that. She actually moved quite well to it, didn't she?
Yes.
Like she might have played a little bit of cricket in her time or something. Or
Lucky just knocking that Tasmania bowl in. As you can see, there is a massive clash on the bowls, but those stripes of Tasmania definitely helping.
Anything with yellow in it is definitely not the Sydney Lions.
Even though they got more yellow in their Guernsey and top than what Tasmania do.
So Snapper having a run here on his backhand. Looks just a smidgen wide of that. There's a chance to get both those bowls and make a couple out of that in the end. It's amazing how quickly that head can change. As soon as Nathan Black's bowl turned in Rebecca Van Ashes, it was all of a sudden starting to look like the Tasmanian Tridents were going to inflict a 3 or 4 shot.
So 1-0 to kick things off for the Sydney Lions, winning their opening match over the Moreton Bay Pirates.
Good start there from Beck. Really nice weight, finishing jack high, 8 inches. And Kane opting to follow her down on the backhand. Just slides underneath the jack. A bit hard to see there. Marker Nathan Black sort of covering up the camera there for you. And unfortunately, as we mentioned, there's no 45 down this way.
Hopefully for the next game between the Pirates and the Pulse.
It's blowing an absolute Benny Gale here.
Yes, it is.
Those Richmond supporters out there, remember Benny Gale and his brother? He's
Michael
Gale, yeah. Beautiful blonde locks he had, curly hair.
Yeah, I'm unfortunate to admit that I am one of those, but we digress. Back to the bowls. And Kane Nelson, who I actually thought Kane played really well in February. He was brilliant in Moama for the Steamers, and unfortunate not to get the call up again, but the Lions have snapped him up, and I reckon they're going to benefit greatly from this.
You see Beck's third bowl there, perfect weight, just sneaking under the jack. Probably not a bad result to actually not back edge that and end up 3 down, but nonetheless another bowl around the head and building it up nicely for Dylan Fisher to potentially land that bowl out. But we'll have to see what Blackie does first. Asking this to hold.
Nathan Black here 1 year ago was enormous on his kind of full BPL debut. He played 9 games or 11 games for the Pioneers. Big weight here from Dylan Fisher.
Dylan Fisher gets the jack out of bounds. Back on the respot.
A 1 up. Or is that 2?
Just a 1.
Yeah, there's yellow speckles on that back bowl that's throwing me off completely. Of course, Tassie used to bowl with red bowls.
Yep.
Change, but then there was a big clash with Moreton Bay. So you can't win. Nathan Black, once again, is doing what he has to do. From drive to draw for Dylan Fisher.
Yeah, I think somebody's been doing his drills. He's drawing the shot. Drive draw there from Dylan Fisher, and the call's a snapper from the boundary.
Made the move down to Tasmania in March, living in Launceston.
There'd be some good snapper down there, I reckon.
Believe so.
Fishing, yeah.
Not the keenest of fishermen, so I'm not well versed in what they catch down in Tassie. Connor might know.
Not sure either.
Okay.
I don't fish much.
Right, well, we'll send you on a reconnaissance mission and before the Nationals.
A lot of salmon farming.
Okay.
Down there.
Like he just has to hold up. He's drawn the shot underneath. Looks like it's the shot, although it did fall.
1 to Tassie, still indicated by Beck.
I think if his bowl had stayed up, it was the shot. Unfortunately, just falling with the bias.
So, to take the lead for the Tridents, they won the first set against the Pioneers 10 shots to 4 and lost the match in a tiebreak. Dan Flanagan was pretty pumped after getting a win in his first match as the Adelaide coach. Just not getting in Dylan Fisher, so 1 apiece after 2. Any power plays coming out? We know Steve Glasson loves to leave them late, and that's exactly what he does. Nothing as of yet. Now, we haven't actually asked you yet, Matt Lucas, who your tip is to win the tournament. We've asked a few people. You can play it safe with the straight bat and say the Hawks if you like. I know you're a member of Helensvale.
Well, let's just take them out of it because everyone knows I'm going to say that.
Yeah. Right. Who do they beat in the grand final?
Right. Good call. I'm going to say Tweed. I think their performances here have always been A+. So, yeah, I'll go with Tweed. I like the look. Well, I'm interested with Moreton Bay Pirates as well, with the inclusion of Ali. So we all know how dynamic he can be, and it'll be just interesting to see the way they sort of play that. You know, obviously got the man himself, Alex Marshall, steering the ship, and yeah, I think they're my smoky, put it that way.
Okay.
Not that they're any team with Alex in it should be smoky, but I think there's some value in that rink.
Yeah, well, I feel like the Pirates and Steamers are both the sleeping giants. Steamers have missed 3 final series in a row, which has never happened in their franchise history before, as Kane Nelson puts in a ripper. And the Pirates have missed, I think, 3 of the last 4. They haven't made the finals here since BPL 16.
Van Ash is interested with this one, just high the jack. But again, brilliant weight. I mean, can't be understated just how well these guys are playing in these conditions too. And like looking across all the rinks, even the rink next door, you know, they're really handling these conditions exceptionally well.
So, Connor and I have both gone to. Well, we've done a little bit of homework before this. We had a little competition around the office of who we think is going to win. We've both got the Jets winning the title, but Connor has the Lions making the grand final, and I had the Ospreys. So, I'm with you on Tweed. I think their performances at Club Pine Rivers, they've played here 6 times and they've won 4 titles.
Yep.
Which is in this format, that is a ridiculously high number.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big thing, and players around all around the place will probably agree with me here. Is that sometimes you turn up to a venue, it doesn't matter how the green plays, it doesn't matter about anything, but you can turn up to a green and just go, I feel really comfortable here, and I know I'm going to play to a certain level, and I feel like that's 2 fellas over there, Aaron and Corey, and backed up by Chloe Stewart, who I regard as probably the 2nd best delivery in Australia. So,
Who's the best?
You don't need to ask.
The man with the decisive deliveries.
Well, maybe not these days. It's a 40-year-old delivery now, so it's not quite as smooth as it used to be. But
Very good by you, Matthew.
Not made out of rubber band anymore, mate. Oh, a little touch and a little touch, and that gets to a brilliant spot there.
Could be 3.
It's a huge celebration, but gosh, he was right in the zone. He was right in the area to get that jack. We're going to see some weight here from Blackie, I think.
The MVP here last year in BPL20, Nathan Black.
Well, he's asked for all of them. He's got one away and one of his. Unfortunately, doesn't get any position at the back of the rink either. Still 2 down. Tridents with the best back, and it's a toucher.
Last 2 BPLs we've played here, the Tridents have sat in the top 5 for the majority of the competition and have fallen at the last gasp, not getting in. What can they do here?
Leaves this to Brand a little bit.
He's close. Dylan Fisher.
Get right on the front of it. Touch it right around the corner. Gee, that makes it hard now.
And you could hear Chris Studman say, brilliant, son. And that's exactly what it was. They're biting.
I think it's just back to the draw here. Yeah, he is. This is a courageous shot to go and play that backhand runner and then go and back your draw in to cut this down or even draw the shot.
I love when Nathan Black does this, when he's after it.
He's drawn an absolute clinker.
That
oh, look at that.
Is extraordinary from Nathan Black. It's a resting touch-up. He's the king of Pine Rivers. And for good reason. No power play called as of yet. So we'll see those in the final couple of ends. So 2-1 in favour of the Sydney Lions after 2. That is just clinical.
Those that know Nathan Black know it's pretty hard to get a smile out of him, and I just caught a little smirk while he was walking back.
I was taking just some quick photos for the Lions team yesterday so they could post them on social media, and Blackie was laughing and smiling right before I took the photo, and I thought I was quick enough, but he bested me. It's like in Friends when Chandler goes and takes the wedding photos.
Well, we had the many faces of Nathan Black at Moama earlier this year. Some of your best work, Val.
Yeah, I've retired from making social media graphics after that. And I know Brett Spur, who was in the Lions team, he was just waiting for me to post it, and then you could see everybody looking at their phones, just a collective laugh going through BPL fraternity.
Right, a couple of good opening bowls there from the leads again. Kane just at 11 o'clock. Second bowl just coming up a little bit shy. Beck will be looking to just get past or potentially touch the jack around the corner and tuck it away and take the advantage. She played it very well. Brilliant weight. Just don't get a lot of mistakes from these guys. They understand where they want every one of their bowls to miss. They know where they want to finish up if they don't quite impact, and find that they all play that nice little 2 feet or 3 feet of weight a lot. It's that kind of setup head there where you can land a bowl, you can trail the jack, you can land on your own bowl, you know. Easy to say, hard to do, and even harder to do in these conditions. As we see this bowl just getting absolutely smashed, won't get back.
Yeah, the gust came as it was halfway down. What an enthralling battle we have so far. Dylan Fisher taking the skips rein. Be interesting to see what the Tassie mantra is when they do make their substitutions. Beck has tended to play out the whole game in lead position, and they do tend to swap the skip occasionally. Rob McMullen took his turn a fair few times. Shout out to Rowdy if you're listening. He's a good man, Rob McMullen.
Yeah, I've had the displeasure of playing him a couple of times, and he's got me a couple of times, I think.
Nathan Black again, doing what Nathan Black does best. Tweed leading Moama 5-0 after 4 on the next rink over, so they're on fire after losing their opening match. The Pioneers, they're taking on the Extreme, and it's the Pioneers leading after 4-6-5. Unbelievably done. Or unlucky.
It's really stiff to not just squeeze that jack up the line. Brilliant speed again.
The Moreton Bay Pirates and the Hawks. The Pirates leading 4-0 after 3. So the Hawks on precarious ground already. The Pulse leading the Jets 4-2 after 3. And the Saints and Suns locked at 2 apiece after 2. Nathan Black. He is just ridiculous.
It's a great shot.
And
it's giving... They're having a chat now. It's giving Dylan the opportunity to probably really whack at the head there. But the value shot is that same shot he just played. So, and he was so close. I mean, he touched the jack with his last. He's going to stick with that shot, which I really like. Might be just a little bit quicker, but Beck's starting to get interested.
oh, what's he done here? Dylan Fisher. Just one down.
Second shot. He may have second and third shot there now.
Because he can have, if Blackie's not on this, Dylan can sit that ball away for 2.
And it really, if he wants to go really aggressive, he can actually get the corner of that bowl and get their 4th shot, the Sydney Lions 4th shot bowl, out of the head as well for a big count.
But we're saying if Nathan Black isn't on the mark, and at Club Pine Rivers we know that he always is.
This is really important. He doesn't really want to stick around the head too much here. Well, he's done pretty well there.
He's done very well.
I think it's still on. I mean, the 3 bowls is still a chance for Dylan here. He's only 1 down at the moment.
Power plays to come in the next. I think we're going to have a double power play. Nominating for the kill.
Nominating the kill, yeah. Get all 3 bowls. He's got 8 seconds left.
I think a timeout might have been called as well.
Out. Yep.
Plenty of time for Dylan Fisher to summarise what he needs to do.
Going for all 3 bowls here.
What has he done? He might have actually made 1. He has. Wow. Fortune favours the Braves sometimes, and they will take it. It's 2 apiece in the final end, only scoring in 1s and a double power play. Power plays or double shots on offer for both teams in the final end of this opening set, so kind of inconsequential. It's just whoever wins the set or at the end takes the set.
And really good to see that from Dylan too, recognising he's got some fortune there. Straight away put his hand up and apologise. I mean, it's not like he was 8 feet wide and got a result. He was only a bowl and a half tight, but still obviously not what he was going for. He wanted the 3 bowls, and very professional and the gentleman that he is.
Not as gentlemanly as you.
I usually, my style is I'll put my hand up as that was a neck cord, sorry, and then as I turn around it turns into a fist pump. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the neck cord in tennis it's a bizarre one because you put your hand up, but then you are absolutely dancing if it goes your way, and we see it so often, especially when they just go over on a critical point too. It's as satisfying as it gets.
I must admit, sometimes you put a bowl down and you think, I just want to take it back just in case there's just a sick result where, you get a corner of a 4-foot short bowl and it wicks through the head and makes a mess of it and you end up scoring it. I've never felt good about it. You see another good shot here coming from Kane.
Yeah, Beck a little frustrated with herself after a second, and it's just given Kane too much room to play with.
Yeah.
So what can Beck do with her final bowl, this opening set?
Just going to change over to the backhand side and follow down Kane's last bowl. Just giving it a little chance by the looks of things. Needs to turn and get land, just going to go through.
Well, I think the bonus is they've got the back bowls here. gives them something to play to.
And all the P's on the screen there. Double power play. We're going to get some kind of score and some kind of separation on this end.
See Kane go around the back there, covered those bowls you were talking about, Val.
He had to. It was a good decision. 2 on, 1 behind. He's been very good, Kane Nelson, and this is what we talked about, the inclusion of Kane into the team.
Snapper's right in the area. Get the jack, and geez, he just got caught up on the bowl.
Yeah, but he's opened it up, more importantly.
Yeah.
He's been very, very good, Dylan Fisher. So impressive. The only team that doesn't feature on Rinkside Live today, the Adelaide Pioneers. We'll see the Lions again in our last match of the day. Next up is the Pirates and the Pulse.
Blackie played a cracking draw shot down here. He's gone close there as well. What was he, 4 or 5 down when he played that draw shot? Huge difference.
Well, the MVP from here last year, it was one of the all-time performances. It'll go down in BPL folklore, what Blackie did at BPL20. Something that a lot of people still talk about.
Not a bad little look there from Dill. He's only a couple of feet quick there. Perfect line.
Ospreys have taken the first set over the Moama Steamers. The Extreme lead the Pioneers 7-6 with an end to play. High scoring over there. Pirates after 4 lead the Hawks 5-0. Nathan Black with his penultimate bowl of the end. The Pulse and Jets 4 all going into the last end. The Suns leading the Saints 4-3 going into the last end.
Lucky nominating to go deep here. I think he's using every little bit of green.
Needs to stay on and does.
I think he's done it very well. Probably got a little bit closer to the ditch than he would have liked, but recognising that he's only got one bowl in there. So even if Dylan was to run at the bowl and get the bowl out, he's going to have best part of 1.5 metres to draw the shot with his last. Dylan's trying to play this nicely now.
It's got positive weight.
He's just dove under the head.
So I think the call is try and draw another one. Shots up, they matter. So he'll have a ping at it.
So what do you do when you're holding the game like this, but you still need to play the shot? When you're holding, take the grass.
Yep.
Get it right
Safe.
out there. If it comes back, it comes back. If it doesn't, he's safe for line, and he said he's safe for his weight too. So he's short and wide, he reckons. Although it's still creeping.
It's trying.
It's still creeping up.
It is trying, but the wind is going to have its say. And that'll be a 1 double to, or 2 double to 4, I think it is. Yep.
Here he was having a chuckle. He thought he was short and wide.
Unless, did Glass call the power play? Believe he did.
They were both power plays.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 2 double to 4, 6 shots to 2 in the end for the first set there for the Sydney Lions.
Substitute being made. Karen Murphy comes in to lead up for Blackie, Sydney Lions, and Taylor Mayle leading up for the Tridents.
Yeah, I like this. Keep the skips on. They're both playing extraordinarily well.
Karen Murphy's first bowl, first attempt on this rink. Good effort there, 1.5 feet behind. Taylor Mayle. Well, it'll be a bit easier to pick the difference between these two sets of bowls anyway.
Yep. We know Kaz is just, I don't know, that's a brilliant start from Taylor Mail.
The Sass.
Named for Sasquatch. Kaz inducted, or one of the inaugural inductees into the World Bowls Hall of Fame. Same with Beck Van Ash.
Yeah, amazing.
Fair few Aussies.
Yeah, you probably couldn't get them all in, but I think, you know, over the next couple of years we'll see some of the household names go in.
There's already been a fair few of them. Lindsay Clark, Natasha Van Eldick. Surprised. I don't think Aaron Wilson was as of yet, but won't be too long before he is.
No, there's a fella over there with the Gold Coast Hawks that didn't get a mention this time around, but I'm sure he'll find his way in there. Geez, Taylor Mail.
Straight off the bench.
Well, everybody's hot, but he's not come on cold, that's for sure. 2 perfect deliveries.
Taylor back at BPL 15. In his second event, finishing the top 5 in the MVP voting when the Tridents made their first foray into the finals. And that was the evening where they absolutely bamboozled Moama by Beck and Mark Knight subbing on and off at the end of every end in the first set. Just to throw something different, they said, oh, I'm playing better this end, you're playing better the other end, so let's keep subbing on and off. And it worked.
Well, he's basically going at 100% here, Sass.
Not bad at all.
2 right on it, and he's got the backers covered as well.
This has got Nathan Black's signature bowl all over, written all over it. Little split and run for the jack. Just wants it to get down. Smidgen high. But again, very good speed. Gives himself a little look. Snipper's first one. Not quite counting. Lucky, a little bit more force here, trying to get the split and run. Oh, what a great shot.
Nathan Black again coming to the party. I think they're 1 up now.
Dylan just checking himself there. No doubt there's a bit of breeze kick up just as he was about to try and deliver the bowl, so plenty of time on the clock to reset and go again.
We do apologise for the scoreboard as this bowl makes its way down. Dylan Fisher, thank you very much.
A lot of value in what he just did there, you know, like he could have just gone through with that shot when he wasn't quite set and not played that bowl, but instead he took his time, got himself right on the mat, threw his delivery again and plays basically a side toucher.
Has Blackie done it again? He's telling it to hold. Nathan Black, so close. And this is the sort of perceived pressure that it puts on your opponent as well, because he's always in the area. You kind of feel like you have to do more than what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, all these players here really have the right to sort of put you under the pump like that with that perceived pressure. You've got to expect them to be getting the shot in that space. So the ones where they just fail, that's a bonus really. Snapper has played 2 absolute cracking bowls here. Oh, that's sensational.
Yep.
draw shot where you're probably not even trying too hard to add there, really.
That's 2 for the Tridents. Gets themselves on the board in the second set.
So 2-0 after losing the first set, 6-2. Perfect start for Tassie as they look to force this to a tie-break. It would be their second tie-break of the tournament. Coming down to the Pioneers in the opening round. As Matty just tries to cool down, he's brought out a couple of ice jugs of ice for our water. Would you like some, Connor?
I'm all good, thanks. I think I'm actually out of water.
It's been a lot of fluids taken in today.
This is how hot it is. I actually walked past Taylor Mail on the way in, dropped a cube of ice down his back. He didn't even flinch.
Yeah, but he's used to the cold.
It's probably all that hair on his back too, the sass.
Oh.
So we're going to try and get this scoreboard sorted. We've got the powers that be on the job. But it is the Sydney Lions leading by a set. And it's 2-0 to the Tassie Tridents in set number 2. It's a big gust of wind, and Connor and Matt have gone for the grab of the monitor, and I've got just have faith in the tape.
Got two of the tiniest bits of sellotape trying to hold it on.
The Roadcaster, our sound mix, is also on top of it, so should be okay. Hasn't really budged too much. Watch it go flying now that I've said that. Watch it go absolutely
tempting
flying.
fade, yeah.
Yep. I'll put more tape on it after the match. And what's Taylor got? His first end was sublime, and his second end so far, well, he finishes it pretty well, I think. That's going to do for number 1.
And 2 on the tee as well. I'm giving that a more than a pass mark, I think, for the end. Another big gust coming through just as this bowl's trying to turn.
Karen Murphy is a superstar.
She gets there, I think. There was a big pregnant pause when the wind got up there. She wasn't sure if it was quite going to get the distance and turn back far enough, but probably using XGs, I think. Tend to behave pretty well. Get a little bit of turn on the narrow side for the next G. Fisher down on his backhand, just sliding on past.
So Nathan Black has again been brilliant.
Might just be carrying a little bit of extra speed here, I think. Sticks around, he might get the respot with that. I think he has. Nice little bit of insurance there every time you manage to just sneak past and get back onto that respot little T mark you can see there on your monitor next to Nathan Black's last bowl. Of course, if the jack goes out of bounds, it gets respotted onto that spot.
And Dylan Fisher puts it in for the shot. Great to have your company wherever you're watching from around the world. I know we've had a few people from abroad watching on. Val Febo, Matt Lucas and Connor Munnings joining you from a hot and windy Club Pine Rivers.
So the male just identifying that there is that little spot there where Nathan Black could potentially trail the jack in there for a 3 or 4. So the idea is trying to still count, but obviously cover off on that as well. Dylan's played it pretty well. He's played it very well.
Doesn't count, but very good cover bowl there from Dylan Fisher.
You almost make sure you're only dropping a 1 or 2 at worst, instead of a big count of 3 or 4. I think Blackie's body language is telling me he's off this bowl already, so it'll be a 1 to the Tridents there, and they'll move to 3-zip after 3.
So we have confirmed that the first set was in fact 6-2, not 4-2, so we'll need to get that changed. It was a double power play on that final end. So 3-0, the Tridents looking to force a tie break. Of course, there's not really too much of a break between BPL after the tournament. We've got the Nationals pretty much straight away, 9 days after the BPL concludes. We're down to Devonport and Burnie in Tasmania. A bit closer to home for you, Connor.
It's actually technically closer for me to get to Melbourne than it is to Devonport, because it's only an hour flight to Melbourne, where it's a 3-hour drive to Devonport.
Oh, wow, there you go. Okay.
Yep. So, if you're talking about travel time.
What's the flight to here if
Brisbane.
you're flying to Brisbane from Hobart?
Direct, I think it's about 3.5.
It's about the same.
Yeah, about the
There
same.
you go. Then you got to get to the airport an hour earlier and all that sort of stuff that you have to do when you travel.
Really missed my flight up here, Val.
Well, yeah, you were very close. Through no fault of your own.
No, I had to stop in Melbourne on the way up, change airlines, get my baggage and change to a different airline, but made in time.
Taylor Mail. Well, since he's come on, Tassie is starting to breathe a bit of fire.
Karen Murphy will like the look of this. Jack high bowl. Got a bowl in waiting as well. She's got every right to get there. Just coming up short. And you see a little grimace on her face there. I know she'll be, what kind of a professional she is with those sorts of things. She'll be sort of kicking herself. She didn't just give that just a little bit more of a chance. She'll move on pretty quick though. Dylan will just be trying to get past on the forehand. Really essentially beating Karen Murphy's backest bowl there. Half the distance he probably counts. He's going to do that. Probably a bit unlucky there to just provide a shelf there for Nathan Black. Foot more run and he goes past that bowl and tucks him behind and there's no target and it's a much harder shot for Blackie, but he's still got to get it. By the way, body language saying he wants it to turn a bit. He's getting it to turn now. He's going to turn all the way back onto the bowl. Touch of the jack around the corner. Super shot, well converted from Nathan Black.
It's rinse and repeat, I guess, isn't it, for Nathan Black? He's just having all the answers so far.
There is a holiday for Dylan Fisher. I think that's what he's going to look forward to sit Nathan Black's last bowl.
Yeah, certainly down on the backhand with a bit extra weight. He's still interested in it. Oh, he might have got another one of those little tricky, lucky little results, but again, he was right in the area. And that Nathan Black bowl is looking a little bit lonely at the moment.
Needs a friend.
Dylan coming up to the head here, so potentially going to be using a timeout. Nathan Black skirting the front bowl, around the corner, touching the jack. What a rough result for a very, very good bowl. And that's the pressure we're talking about. He's got one bowl in there, that perceived pressure. I have to get close here, otherwise, you know, Dylan's the kind of player who can say goodbye to that bowl pretty quickly. Instead, you know, he plays a good shot and gets a little bit of a little bit of bad luck, and Snapper gets an opportunity to add or cover, probably going down to cover.
Well, they're in a position where they can go a very long way to closing this set out, albeit both teams still have a power play up their sleeve, and I dare say that Steve Glasson will use his next end if Nathan Black can't conjure up some magic.
Yeah. And a great shot there to the respot from Dylan. It's just had to get there. Absolutely had to get there. And poor Blackie's in a bit of a Chinese finger trap here.
I like that. Can he escape it?
Needs both bowls clean, or perhaps promoting the front.
He won't get it. It'll be a 2-2. The Tridents, they continue this 100% strike rate in set number 2. 5-0 after 3. We look like we could be heading to a tiebreak here on Rinkside Live. And I believe, as Steve Glasson called the power play, yes, he has. Double shots on offer for the Sydney Lions in 4, set 2. And don't they need a miracle? Tridents still have theirs up their sleeve too.
So another reasonable start there from the man they call Sass. Karen Murphy just getting a touch of that bowl and getting the shot out of that. So they've got to start with 1 if you want to make a number. Again, just getting to the bowl and rocking past it, so tit for tack here at the moment.
Really important end for Sydney. They'll be desperate to get on the board, at least if they can, you know, take a 1 double to 2, maybe chase that 3 in the final end. If they lose the end, it's pretty much curtains. 6s are rarely seen at this sort of level.
Of course, the score is, just going up there now.
There we go.
5 zip. Last end, not a power. Oh, it is the power play, isn't it?
This is for Sydney Lions. So Beck, in the last game, just played her 200th game, so milestones are plenty. Next, got a couple, round 4, there's a fair few.
Good bowling position there from Karen. Snap it down on his backhand. Just be coming up a little bit short on this occasion.
Yeah, wind's absolutely belting it across the head there.
Yeah. So feel like there's going to have to be a bit of creativity here from Nathan Black, trying to turn a bowl over or just sneak past and touch the jack.
Well, he's not far away.
Again, that bowl just really gripping and turning across the head. Looked for all money like he was into Karen's bowl there, but the wind just getting a hold.
Vital for the Tridents here to get behind. They currently have nothing at the back.
Snapper just travelling through. There's still potentially both bowls. There's 3. Karen's asking him to sort of maybe chip the bowl away, get the jack over a little bit. Potentially draw with his last. I might have been playing a backhand for both the bowls there. That way, if Snapper actually drew the shot, you'd have one more go at getting his bowl.
So 1 bowl left to come.
They've still got the 2 deepest bowls. Stranger things.
Yeah, sometimes if you can get the results.
I think whatever happens, like he's still going to have a shot on. Just depends which one, if he wants to go for both the bowls. I'm pretty sure they've got 3/3. They might just be assessing that now. If they haven't got 3/3, it's got to be the shot, a similar shot to what he just played, and I think that's what's happening here. So potentially Karen's Bacchus bowl doesn't beat the 2 front bowls there with Dylan and Taylor's sit side by side.
Nathan Black, huge bowl in the context of where this match goes to from here. This has to be inch perfect. He does not mind it at all, Nathan Black.
Oh, wow.
What has he done? He might have... I think he's made 1. 1 taken out. If he has made 2... And the fact that he's made the 1 and sat that away. If he's made 2 here, the set is well and truly on.
I think they've taken 1 away.
1 was.
I think the front bowl was shot.
Yeah.
This is for second shot, I believe.
2 it is. And Nathan Black, once again, just doing everything that he can. It's now 1 the difference. They win this end and they're home from 5-0 down. But it is a power play, which, again, inconsequential. They just have to win the end. The Tassie Tridents, they've got last bowl. But if I'm Dylan Fisher and Taylor Mail, I'm thinking, what more do we have to do? Because, again, Nathan Black at Club Pine Rivers proving to be the man who owns the moment. He wants the moment, and he's taking charge once more. Karen Murphy, well, that is the perfect way to start. Thought it was going to go a little bit further.
Still pretty handy. Pretty handy start for sure.
Yeah, nice side up. Got a massive gust of wind once more.
Murphy's played another very good shot down there on the forehand. Little toucher. He's off the side a little bit, still leaving the jack exposed. There's $1.04 to be short at this, Taz.
Let's have a male. He's fallen through. Dylan Fisher, you could hear him saying, no way, no way. So the Steamers and Tweed, just trying to double check what's happening there. They're even going into the final end of the second set. Alama looking to win the set to take it to a tiebreak. Karen Murphy, what have you done?
She's played the perfect end. Look at that.
Just need our marker maybe to not be a little bit too eager. See the bowl light arrest.
Taylor's right in the hunt again. He's not going to find another hole, is he? Oh my goodness. Well, he's played 2 cracking shots there, Taylor, and to be honest, he's made it a lot easier for Dylan, giving him some access to the jack. After Karen played almost a perfect end. I'll say it again, I can't understate just how well they are handling these conditions. You know, we're right on the edge rink here, Pine Rivers, and the wind is howling through at stages, I'm going to say up to sort of 35 kilometre gusts we're getting. And these guys are just putting it inside a dinner plate.
Yeah, it's quite remarkable. And you just look at what Nathan Black has done. Again, just continues to pepper. But, well, that from Dylan Fisher might have just wrestled the shot away.
Second shot. I think Karen said...
I thought you said down one.
No, I think she said we got one. So
okay.
I think the front bowl shot.
Very close. You back this man to change things up a little bit, because that's what Nathan Black just does.
He's drawing some position here, doing it very well. Oh, that's just about put some chalk on that one. Right in the right spot, taking the danger away a little bit. Still, the call is being quite aggressive here still. Trailing the jack, landing the shot bowl. It's definitely got enough weight at it. Needs to turn.
Oh, what has that done? Probably knocks it a little further away.
2 seconds for the Tridents, but they do need to win this set.
Yep, so they need this end.
This end, yes.
That's it. Because if the Lions win it, they won the first set, it means that they're home and hosed. Even
they draw for this, Lions will get them the win for this match.
Sure will. If we're looking at other matches so far, the Pioneers and the Extreme look like they're headed to a tiebreak. The Pulse and Jets heading to a tiebreak. And the Saints and Suns, the Suns leading 4-3 and 3-2 going into the last 10, so can they get their first win of the tournament?
Dylan's really just got to try and he's using every second he's got here because the wind is absolutely howling again.
Yeah, this is the strongest it's been all day.
He's just trying to get this shot bowl away without moving the jack. He's had a real red-hot crack at it.
And they will shake hands. The Sydney Lions, they were being severely outclassed in the first few ends of that set. But another Nathan Black masterclass at Club Pine Rivers sends the Lions into the winner's book in BPL Well, they've already won one, actually, so they're undefeated at the moment in BPL 22. They continue their form at Club Pine Rivers, and it is Karen Murphy, Kane Nelson, Nathan Black and Steve Glasson. Well, they are making their move, and they are enjoying a very healthy opening day. The Tridents, well, they've got a lot to do, 0-2 going into round 3. Matt, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
We'll bring you all of the ladder as well, or the results going into the next round, which is the Moreton Bay Pirates and the Melbourne Pulse. Connor, thank you very much as well for everything you're doing behind the scenes. You're absolutely flying.
Thank you, Val.
So plenty more still to come here on day 1 of BPL 22. Up next, the Moreton Bay Pirates up against the Melbourne Pulse.